Okay, so today we're going to have fun with making a folder card with envelopes. And I have a lot of envelopes sitting around, as you must, and so I'm going just to play with envelopes by just sliding, as you saw, the inside of that envelope in and just gluing that down. Sometimes at thrift stores, you'll find piles of envelopes that nobody wants. So I thought these were pretty. I liked the pattern on it. So there, I just slid the either end in. Now with some designer paper that I had. Now, as you notice before, I don't measure. I like just mark where I would like that paper to be with a pencil and then cut it with my cutter. So that's what I'm doing here. I guess we are all savers of things, and I'm a saver of envelopes. I don't want to throw them out. But it's amazing what you can do with them. You can turn them into journals or any size you have. This is the size that I happen to have. You can make little booklets out of them. So there I am. I'm just cutting that to size. Now with distress inks, I'm going just to ink all the edges of this to me it just blends it in. And I kind of, when I put something together, I don't overthink it. I see in that designer paper bits of green and blue, and that's the color that I decided. But you could go with antique distressing, a brown or whatever you want. But I just thought that kind of brightened it up. I don't know about you. When I go upstairs, I just into my room. I just like to ponder and think of what I'd like to do. Now, what I thought is I'm going to take a smidgen off the very edge of those envelopes. And if you notice that when I do that, that makes a little opening. Cutter doesn't always do what you want to do, but there, now I have a booklet. But with that I got a little pockets. As you've seen my other tutorials before, I love not just sending an ordinary card. I like adding things to it. I have this designer paper, and I thought, now what can I do with it? See, I just twist and turn. Then I thought, oh, and I don't want to waste paper. And I thought, well, that might look kind of nice there. So that's what I decided to do, is to just turn that triangle into to sit in that page. And that kind of, see, now with the openings on either end, I can adjust that, and that's what I did there. See, when you do this with envelopes, there becomes natural creases where the envelopes fold, which is kind of cool, I think. Just gluing that down as best I can. And I want to make sure that I don't glue it so much down that I can't use that pocket. So I'm always feeling and lifting, and sometimes we overthink things. It's fun to let your imagination go wild. So there I'm feeling that, just to make sure that when I glued it, it didn't seal up the pockets that I wanted. I didn't talk as I was making this. I'm just doing this voiceover because I can't always talk and think at the same time. Sealing, see there, that makes a perfect seal. And if any edges, come up, just glue them down. Okay, now this is the fun part of embellishing the front, of seeing how I want this to go. Now I've thought I'm going to add just a little bit. I've got some script designer paper. I love using script wherever I can. I think that adds to it. So I'm just distressing around that edge. It just blends those pieces in. And gluing that down. Make sure you got the right side up. Did you notice before I was playing with those flaps to see if I wanted added paper coming out from those pockets, but decided against it. This doily, I like that. If you got real lace, you could use that, but I had these doilies, and just blending that. The distress just sometimes just brings that all together. Makes it look a little bit antique-y. Yep, like that. Glue it down. I find doing this is so relaxing. I don't know, it takes me into another world. And I had some of these print-offs that I had, and of these little girls, just again distressing the edges, and sometimes framing it. Just wanted a bit of a black frame around that. So I don't always use my cutter. Try to be as straight as I can. And I like things put at the angle. I find that with my house too. All the furniture's, I love angles. My husband's not so much. He's more of the like straight edges. But that's what makes us all different, right? I'm glad we're different. Now I just had some different sentiments that I had printed off before, and just found this, but you could add whatever you wanted. I hope this gives you some ideas of what you can do with envelopes. I've used business envelopes, and even little tiny ones would work doing this too. I thought maybe just see, it's just playing with what you think your eye will take you. Now I'm going to work on the inside, and now what I decided is that I'm going to insert another envelope inside of that pocket that I made an opening to. My brain took me to actually kind of turning this in somewhat of a book. Now that's how my brain goes. That's the way I think. And I thought, well, this would add something. So that's on either side. That's what I decided. It created a little flap there. Just another interest, just another. Now it's not always easy to feed that in there. At least that glue is pretty forgiving. See, if you had tape, that wouldn't be good because that would gum up everything. So just, I had some trouble sliding in there. But you know what? Yep, I did it. See, now if I was talking while I was doing this, wouldn't be good. There. So there I have a flap, a booklet. Okay, so what I've done here is I decided just to distress with that green all the way around the edges of that, just to bring it all together. Okay, I've pretty well finished my little card that was made by envelopes, and I'm going to show you what I did. I did insert 2 ribbons that I can tie to hold this together, and what I did is I added a belly band of lace on each side. I did make a coordinating bookmark that I can use. I used the paper that I had on the front of the card, and you could put a little note there for people. I made a little tiny envelope embellishment here, and I'm going to you can put a little note in there. I just slipped that in there with a paper clip, and you could slide anything in there. So then, when you open it up, what I'm going to do is, I always love to give a card that has something. So these, what I did to fasten the belly bands, I just glued them together, and I added an embellishment there. I'm going to slide some hot chocolate in there. You could slide anything in there. A gift card. This side, same thing. Some tea. And because I wanted to keep that, what I liked, I just put little notes, little sayings to maybe cheer them up. This is for somebody that hasn't been feeling very well. And I could write some journaling here, what I like about them, or if you have a scripture that you'd like to share. So there you are. I made this from 1, 2, 3, 4 envelopes. It just folds up, folds over, and then I can tie this and I think that's a cute little kind of a gift card pocket kind of thing, just using old envelopes. So, and you could change it. Happy birthday, sympathy, it can be anything. Or just thinking of you today. Friendship, it could be anything. So there you are. So that doesn't take very long, and it's using up all your envelopes. So have a great day. Please give me some thumbs up if you like this, or any comments, and we'll see you again. God bless you.